Hello Taurus, I hope you're all doing great and thanks for tuning in. This is your April Tarot and Oracle card reading and it's a general reading for the month, so it'll cover all aspects: love, money, career, work, whatever comes up really. So just take what resonates with your situation. And of course your birthday season starts on the 19th of April, so happy birthday to those late April Taurus out there. And you also have your ruler, lovely Venus, coming back into your sign on the 15th of April. And Venus is exalted in your sign, which means it prefers to be in your sign, being your ruler. And it's really good energy, and overall it could be, this month could be an important turning point or crossroads for you with this sort of energy coming in. So it'll be interesting to see what comes up for you, Taurus. Start off with a Crystal Guardian card. And you have Opal. Do you enjoy scholarly activities and mind-bending projects? Do you have a brilliant mind that craves stimulation? It is time to embrace concepts that may seem at first glance far out of the ordinary. Activate your high mind by taking the time to further your education. Embrace the power of knowledge. And the Guardian is Sanat Kumara. I am an intelligent being. I'm smart enough to be aware that new information is always available for discovery. Deep wisdom is innate within me. My entourage of angels orchestrates my life. I am receptive and have the gift of insight. And you could very well have the gift of insight early in April, Taurus, because you have the Sun, Mercury and Venus all coming into your your 12th house of spirituality early April. So the 12th house is ruled by Pisces and Neptune, so it's a bit of a dreamy energy and it can make things feel a little bit foggy at times early April, but you should find that your intuition and hunches should be right on point with all these planets in your 12th house of the unconscious, subconscious realm. And you probably feel a bit more like doing some quiet reflection with this energy as well. So I'm going to get a couple of self-care cards for you. And you have connection. Speaking of spirituality and the 12th house, connect with someone special. A loved one is a gift to treasure. And you also have intent. Focus your energy. There is amazing power in a strong intention. Put that one down there. So I'm going to get you a Starseed Oracle card, and if you don't follow the concept of the star seeds, could still be an important message for you. You've got two wanting to come out here. You have the blue flame, spontaneous awakening, activation, integration time. That's a very powerful card of activation there. Very, very 12th house Neptune energy there. And you also have breath of the cosmos. My will to thy will, micromanaging the universe. I feel led to read to you what it says about that one. I haven't had that one come out before. So it says here, when we rely on our own will, we're micromanaging the universe and resisting the natural flow of life. We're not trusting the mysterious breath of life. We're rejecting the great cosmic intelligence and relying instead on our personal strengths. When we do this, we find ourselves attempting to bend things to our will. We spend our time forcing, pushing, and living from a space of trying to. Everyone around us can feel it, and the universe can too. Well, it's only human, I guess, isn't it, to be in that energy. And it says you're being called to stop micromanaging the universe and trust the breath of life, or the breath of the divine, to surrender to the greater will that God has for you, to move from my will to thy will. When you surrender to the greater will of life, you begin dancing with the rest of life. When you bow to the great mystery and say, please use me, please show me the way, little by little you find yourself living your most fulfilling, authentic life. When you surrender your personal will, when you relinquish control and release the way you think things should be and surrender to the greater will, you find yourself being led. You begin breathing the breath of life. Well, that's a very deep message to start off your reading, Taurus. Good advice for all of us, really. And your Work Your Light Oracle card is Share Your Voice. Come out of the cave, persecution, expression. So what I'm getting from this is, don't be afraid to speak your truth here, Taurus. And have you been hiding yourself away because of some fears or insecurities, maybe? And it's all about self-expression. And I find when you're leading a spiritually based life, it's not always easy. It's not always smooth sailing. And of course, all the great religious leaders were persecuted in one way or another for their beliefs. They weren't always popular or well accepted by the community in general. So we'll get into your tarot now, see what guidance they want to give you for April, Taurus. So can we have some guidance for Taurus for April, please? April 2021. Guidance for Taurus, thank you. Spirit guides and angels, guidance for Taurus. Guidance for Taurus. Guidance for Taurus. So we've had a few jump out here. This first one is a Two of Inspiration, or the Two of Wands, looking to the future here. And then you had the Four of Emotions, or the Four of Cups. A very contemplative energy. And you have the Two of Materials, or the Two of Earth, and the Seven of Emotions, or Seven of Cups. I'll lay all the cards down and then I'll go through them with you. We have the Six of Voices, or the Six of Swords, and the Knight of Voices, or the Knight of Swords. And then you have the Devil energy, number 15, card of Capricorn, and the Muse of Emotions here. And we'll get one more for your outcome, the Page of Inspiration. So how this reading works, Taurus, if you haven't watched my videos before, or the monthly ones anyway, is this is the beginning of April through to the middle of April. We have a new moon in Aries on the 11th during Easter, and these cards down here represent mid to late April. And we have a full moon in Scorpio, a supermoon in Scorpio on the 26th of April, and then it will also be your Taurus season as well. The start of Taurus season on the 19th of April. And I'm going to get another card for the Four of Inspirations. Why is the Four of Emotions, sorry. Why is the Four of Emotions here for Taurus? Why is the Four of Emotions here? Well, they don't want to give us anything on that. We'll try the two of Earth, Two of Materials. Why is the Two of Materials here? Two of Materials. Why is the Two of Materials here? Okay, we'll try the Seven of Emotions. Why is the Seven of Emotions here? Okay, thank you. What have they given us? The High Priestess, number 2. And the Devil. Why is the Devil here? The Eight of Materials. And can we have another outcome card for Taurus? Another outcome card. Outcome card for Taurus. Thank you. Oh, it's fallen on the floor. And you have the Moon. Okay. And I'm also using the Moonology deck to get a bit more information on your reading here, Taurus. Messages for Taurus for April 2021. Spirit guides and angels. And you have adjustments are required. And you have a time to give rather than take. A win-win outcome is forecast. And your hard work is paying off. New Moon in Capricorn. And on the bottom was believe in the impossible, Blue Moon. So just move these down here. So for the start of April here, Taurus, you're doing some planning and reevaluation and adjustments here with the Two of Materials. And although you're looking to the future here with the Two of Inspiration, or wanting to look to the future, something is holding you back with the Four of Emotions here. Some sort of past event that is blocking you from finding true happiness and fulfillment. And what that situation represents will be different for all of you, being a general reading. But with the Four of Emotions, we're often feeling disappointed or overwhelmed by something that's happened, and we're unsure of the right way forward. And the Two of Materials here, I feel, is saying to make some adjustments to the way that you're approaching the problem. Because you had this card here, adjustments are required, third quarter moon. And I feel just if you change your perspective a little bit, Taurus, that things, you might see a big improvement here in your situation. And you also have this one, a time to give rather than take. Because you have all this energy here of the Seven of Emotions and the High Priestess coming out, number 2. And I feel the High Priestess is representing all this planetary energy in your 12th house, because the High Priestess represents Pisces astrologically, which is ruled by Neptune. So if you're feeling a bit foggy, a bit unsure of the way to move forward early April, Taurus, that is why. It's the influence of having the Sun, Mercury and Venus all in your 12th house, ruled by dreaming Neptune. And the High Priestess is asking you to go within here. It's not a time for action or trying to make things happen early April, because there's too much foggy energy here. And I feel also with the High Priestess that your intuition is going to be very on point early April as well. So trust any hunches that you get about a person or a situation early April. But I feel things are going to come back more into alignment for you when your ruler, Venus, comes back into your sign on the 15th of April. And this foggy energy is going to clear up. You could have an important decision to make with the Seven of Emotions. There's a lot of choices here, but she's not sure which one to go with. And some choices are better than others, and some choices aren't good at all. So if you can put off any important decisions until later on in April, it would be better if possible. But if you have to make a decision, go with your intuition, not what everyone else wants or what other people tell you would be the best thing to do. Do what you feel would be the best way to move forward. Activation of the third eye here as well. And we see the new moon here. So some information pertaining to your situation could be coming in around the time of the new moon in Aries on the 11th of April. Or you could get some sort of divine download or divine inspiration around the time of the new moon. And then you have the Six of Voices here, or the Six of Swords. So I feel that this represents the dissipation of this energy that all these planets are having on you in your 12th house. And I feel this represents the time, the 19th of April, when the Sun, Mercury and Venus are all going to be in your first house of self. And things are going to be, you're going to be moving to calmer waters here. And Spirit is buoying you along over the top of the obstacles here as well. So what I'm getting here is if plans aren't working out early April, it's because rejection is God's protection here. Because if the hand of the divine wasn't buoying her forward, she would be falling on these sharp obstacles or challenges. So it's a message to let go and let God here. And that came out early on in your reading as well, that message, with these first cards. And you had this one, connection. And breath of the cosmos, my will to thy will, and not micromanaging the universe, and also sharing your voice. And I feel when your Taurus season starts on the 19th that you'll feel ready to come out and express yourself freely. And you had this one, spontaneous awakening, activation, integration time. So you'll probably need some time to yourself early April for quiet reflection as well. There's a lot going on beneath the surface here early on in April. And then with the night and the Knight of Swords here, things are going to be clearing and moving forward. So I feel you'll have clarity again towards the end of April here. And the Knight of Voices often represents changes coming in. So I feel that the changes and adjustments and reevaluation that you were doing early in April here, and trying to look to the future, and the adjustments that you're making early April are paying off towards the end of April with the Knight of Voices here. Everything I feel is going to fall into place for you leading up to the time of the full moon in Scorpio on the 26th. And a Capricorn or someone with strong Capricorn in their chart could be important towards the end of April too with these two cards. The Devil represents Capricorn astrologically, and you also have the Eight of Materials, which is something to do with your work or life path or career. And I feel that you're needing to release yourself from some sort of negative situation here, or toxic person or situation with the Devil towards the end of April. And you're finally overcoming this energy, I feel, with the Eight of Materials. You've worked your way through it, or you're working your way through it. And I feel you're seeing a toxic person or situation for who they are, or what they are here. And some truths could come to light as well. or secrets. Because with the full moon energy, it illuminates things that lie hidden. So often with the full moon energy, and especially a supermoon in intense Scorpio, can often lead to secrets being revealed. So that's interesting energy towards the end of April. And then you've got some great energy here in your outcome cards for April. You've got this Muse of Emotions, which is all about reaching a new level of emotional happiness and fulfillment, and overcoming any indecision or difficult emotions that you might have been facing early on in April. And getting some fresh energy and inspiration coming in with the page of inspiration here. You could get a great idea for a business or something that you can work at from home, that gives you also, not only gives you extra money, but a lot of happiness and fulfillment with the Muse of Emotions. And the cat here also represents independence. The little black cat represents magic and inspiration and intuition. So that's great energy, and I feel these cards are saying that you're going to have this win-win outcome towards the end of April with the page of inspiration and the Muse of Emotions, and you're going to see your hard work paying off. So that's great energy coming in for you there. But with the devil in card there, with the devil influence, don't let anyone else steal your thunder as well, or steal your great ideas, or try to take credit for them here. Because you are the one that put the hard work in and tried to make a go of this situation. And you had the moon card come out as well, which makes me think that some information and secrets might be coming to light with the full moon in Scorpio at the end of the month. And I'm getting hidden blessings here too with the moon. Hidden blessings. Or something that you thought wasn't going to work out your way finally does. Things are often not what they seem with the moon. And that seems to be pervading energy in your reading, with all this energy in your 12th house, early April. Things may not be always as they seem, Taurus. So it's best to lay low and wait, and then probably after the new moon in Aries on the 11th, leading up to the time of the full moon in Scorpio, things are going to start becoming more clear for you. And things are going to start going more your way. And I'm going to finish your reading with some Lover's Oracle cards. Messages for Taurus for April. Okay, so we have this one. Imagine all unwanted thoughts dissolving into light, creating room for new opportunities and possibilities for your life. Well, that could be the message of the Four of Cups that you had representing early April. Don't miss out on new opportunities because you're looking back instead of forward here, Taurus. So, and that's good advice for all of us really, isn't it? And then you have this one. Don't make decisions based on guilt or what you think you should do, for it is only in being true to yourself that you can be true to others. Well, that sums up your reading nicely. And then you have this one. Close your eyes and tell yourself that you deserve to feel joyful. You can allow joy into your life regardless of the circumstances you currently find yourself in. So, I hope you received some guidance from your April reading here, Taurus, and it looks like you're going to have some good energy overall. You have this win-win outcome is for forecast and hard work paying off here. So although it might not seem like it early on in April, it's all I feel it's all happening behind the scenes to ultimately go in your favour, Taurus. So I hope you enjoyed your messages for April, and I hope you have a great month, and especially with your birthday season starting on the 19th. And bye for now.